I've been bombarded by this question. Yeah, Chris, please confirm that NASA is finished. Yeah, Chris, is NASA finished? Yeah. Now, keen followers of this channel will remember that a long time ago, we said NASA is finished. Okay. Now, if you look on your screens right now, you will see the title of that recording and the date we made it. Yeah. So we predicted this a while back. But you really can't call it a prediction. It was just an analysis based on the facts. And you can see the reasons we gave there. Okay, on your screens right now. But because the public demands, let's just do a deep analysis, yeah, of this so-called divorce. Now, you know, there are those marriages whereby the man just comes home and tells his poor wife, when I come back in the evening, I don't want to find you here. Just pack your bags and go. And then there's those marriages, and these are more than you think, especially these days. There are those marriages whereby the man, this thing of divorce crosses his mind, and then the man is just stopped dead on his tracks. Why? He remembers the car is driving, it's his wife who purchased it. The gold watch he's wearing was purchased by the wife. Yes, he has a job. Actually, a job, yeah, but the wife has a real job, yeah, and she makes serious money, much more than him. Therefore, when this idea of divorce comes, he has to think twice, 3 times, many times, okay? Now, unfortunately, in the case of NASA, this divorce is like the first example, okay? It is the kind of divorce whereby the man just comes and says, Nikija Johnny nisikute hapa. Yeah, that's really what it is. Why do I say that? Well, instead of kizungu mingi, let's look at the numbers in parliament. Okay? Now on your screens, you should be able to see the numbers of ODM, Wiper, ANC, and Ford Kenya. Yeah? And in both houses. Now you can see that ODM greatly outnumbers, yeah, all the other 3 parties. Yeah. Therefore, ODM is the husband that comes home and says, let me not find you here in the evening. And divorce is done. Okay. Was Wiper, ANC, and Ford the husband, the story, of course, would have been very different. Okay. Because if they were the husband, they'd think twice, 3 times, 4 times. Yeah. Because the car they're driving, the expensive gold wristwatch they're wearing, all of them were purchased by ODM, the wife. Yeah, you get my drift? Now, if you understand this analogy of mine, you will understand perfectly the politics going on within NASA. Now, let me start with a very interesting technicality within NASA. According to the agreement, if 3 parties are left within NASA, the coalition still exists. Yeah? There needs to be only 2 parties left for the NASA agreement to be null and void. Okay? Therefore, technically speaking, NASA still exists. Because, according to Wiper people and ANC and Ford Kenya people, only ODM seems to be leaving. Okay? So ODM can go ahead and leave, but NASA remains. Only that this time, NASA is minus ODM. Now, one of the things why this marriage was all wrong even from the start, yeah, is because of a very simple fact. Okay? None of the other 3 principles, yeah, can mount a successful presidential campaign, yeah, on their own. They can't, yeah. They don't have the numbers, and people say even the finances to be able to launch a presidential campaign on their own, yeah. And not only the finances, even the contacts, the clout, everything, okay. So the only reason this marriage exists is because the other 3 were trying, and I'll use a very popular slang from Kenya. It's called dandia. The other 3 were trying to dandia on ODM. That is the truth. Now let me explain dandia. Dandia means hanging on. Yeah? You know, like how you can see a pickup going in the same direction as you. So you hang on to it. The guy has not accepted to give you a lift, but you insist on hanging on to it so that it gets you to where you're going. This is exactly what Wiper, ANC, and Ford were doing in this marriage called NASA. And that is a fact, as painful as it is to the supporters of those parties. My apologies in advance. But that is the brutal truth. Okay? Now we know that Kalonzo Musyoka had presidential ambitions. Yeah? He knew very well that there was no way his presidential ambitions were going to go unless he gets support from ODM. Yeah? It's as simple as that. Same with ANC. Yeah? Ford Kenya, well, people say Wetangula is just there. I don't know what that means. But definitely, Musalia Mudavadi and Kalonzo Musyoka had presidential ambitions. They still have. And therefore, even if it was you, you know very clearly there's no way you're going unless you get the support of ODM, the oldest political outfit in the country, apart from KANU, of course. Yeah, the oldest and also influential, because KANU is not influential. It has only 8 members in parliament. Yeah, that is a brutal truth. That is a brutal reality. So what went wrong with this marriage? Hao watu walifanyana nini ndo wakadivorce? We're even hearing threats. Yeah, threats from the wife. Yes, because in the Senate, we've had Senator Wetangula. You know, ODM have ordered his removal from Senate Majority Leader to be replaced by Senator James Orengo. Okay. Now, you know, this is going to be very painful because the Minority Leader has an office. Yeah, he has a vehicle provided by the government, extra security by the government. He's a big man, ni mkubwa. So he's going to lose all that. Okay? So ODM want him out. Now, what the Speaker of the Senate has said is that they have to follow procedure to do this. And I believe ODM will do exactly that. So really, Wetangula is out. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, how long it takes them to organize themselves to follow the procedure. Yeah, to actually physically vote him out because they have the numbers. So Wetangula has issued threats. He has said this is going to be a very messy divorce. Yeah, it's going to be very noisy. Yeah, and there are going to be some casualties. Now, what does he mean by casualties? I have no idea. I think we'll just have to wait and see. But my guess is it means that ODM are also going to feel the pain. Yeah, in other words, these guys are going to hit back at ODM. They're going to find a way to hit back at them. Okay? So the long and short of this is that this thing is very vicious. And we should expect it to get even more vicious. So what went wrong? What happened here? Now let's instead of forming our own theories, what are ODM guys saying? Yeah? A vast majority of them are repeating the same thing. That everything was okay until January 30th. You know what happened on January 30th? These people missed out on the swearing in. And to make matters worse, they have even now been trying to spin a tale with the media, yeah, in an effort, in a vain attempt to save their political careers. That is Kalonzo Musyoka and Musalia Mudavadi mainly, but also Wetangula is in that group. Yeah, they've been trying to spin a tale that actually it's Raila who betrayed them. And so this has angered ODM. And the truth of the matter is ODM have the numbers. And therefore, they had given Wetangula the Senate minority post, yeah, just as a gesture of friendship, okay? Because the truth is, Ford Kenya has only one member, that's Wetangula himself, in the Senate, okay? If you take all the other 3 parties together, they have only 7 members, yeah, 6 other people plus Wetangula. That is nothing close to the 20 senators which ODM has, yeah, therefore it was a gesture of goodwill. Now, there's a very interesting aside here. Yeah, they have done nothing to deal with Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. because Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. belongs to Wiper Party. Therefore, he should also be removed, but they have not. Okay, that tells you a lot. The long and short of it is that Senator Mutula is not viewed as an enemy. Okay. Anyway, so this is what caused the divorce. Okay. These people missed out the swearing in. And on top of that, they added insult to injury by concocting a story which is just fabricated lies. And then, of course, the supporters of the ground are really grumbling. They are saying that when people are fighting for a better Kenya, who loses their lives? It's only one community. Yeah? It's a Luo community. It is only ODM people who go out for demonstrations. Okay? ODM is not a Luo party. It's indeed a national party. It has support right across the country. And that's why they have the kind of numbers I've shown you. Yeah, because there's no way all those numbers can come from Luo Nyanza. Okay? But their complaints and grumblings that the people really resisting are ODM people. The people doing all the work are ODM people. But then these other parties, they want to dandia and enjoy the benefits. And this did not start yesterday. You'll remember even before the swearing in, these minority parties were complaining. They were fighting for seats within the House. And they were saying that ODM wants to dominate, which is a strange thing to say because we're in a democracy and numbers dominate and ODM has the numbers. It's as simple as that. The other strange thing is where this argument was coming from, because even when you look at the Senate, the only ODM person was the deputy minority leader. Okay, all the other posts went to the other small parties. And I guess they wanted the same in the other house. But obviously it couldn't work. So these other minority parties have been behaving as if all of them are equal partners. And indeed the agreement in NASA says all will be equal partners as far as the presidency goes. Yeah, but then probably they didn't address the gray area of other issues like sharing seats in parliament, sharing certain positions in parliament, and so on and so forth. Anyway, what we should expect going forward is that NASA as we knew it before is finished. It is very possible that we'll still have a NASA operating, which is Wiper, ANC, and Ford Kenya, as per the agreement, but that is unlikely. It's possible, but unlikely. Why? Because with ODM out of the picture, their numbers don't make sense. Even when they come together, their numbers don't make sense for them to stick together. And anyway, some of their leaders are very ambitious. So obviously Kalonzo has to look for the shortcut to the presidency. Same with Musalia. And actually at the moment, these two seem to be in trouble because I don't see any shortcut. Yeah, they could go and join up with Jubilee, and then Jubilee declares them the presidential flag bearer. But you and me know that will never happen. There's DP Ruto there, entrenched, and fighting for what he believes is his. So that can't work. They have already burnt their bridges with ODM, the ODM partners. So that will also not work. So really, they're out in political oblivion. The only option I see, which I also believe is unlikely, is for them to go hand in hand and humbly approach Raila Odinga and see what he can do for them. That's really what is left for them to do. And even Raila Odinga, in assisting them, will be endangering his own popularity, because the vast majority of Kenyans are just fed up with these people. They're fed up with Kalonzo Musyoka, fed up with Musalia Mudavadi, fed up with Wetangula. Okay? And this includes people from their own communities. Like, for instance, in the Luhya community, Mudavadi has a very big issue now. Because don't forget, Sifuna hails from Ford Kenya region. Edward Sifuna is the Secretary General of ODM. And this young man's popularity is growing by leaps and bounds. So these guys are really just done. Yeah, they're cooked, or somebody put it, they're frying in their own fat. That's really what it is. In his desperation to meet Uhuru for talks, what Kalonzo is trying to do is to book a seat early at the high table, to book a seat in the caretaker government that will be formed somewhere down the road in preparation for the 2022 elections. And what he's trying to do is going to be a tall order, very tall order. Of course, he's got the firm support of Ruto boys, the Ruto camp within Jubilee, yeah, who of course want to water down this deal as much as possible and protect the position of DP Ruto ahead of the 2022 elections. But again, that will also be a tall order for Bwana Ruto, okay? Because this deal, this deal hit DP Ruto very hard, yeah? It has really watered down his power, yeah? In fact, really has just been reduced to a flower girl as of now. And the reason is simple, as I've said in an earlier recording. The numbers that ODM and Jubilee have, minus the Rift Valley, are enough to pass anything in Parliament. Therefore, the president doesn't really need Ruto anymore. Okay? Ruto is not as powerful as he was before last Friday. And that is a fact. And so, folks, what we should expect, or the big news here, is not even the downfall of NASA or the end of NASA. Yeah? The big news here is the battle that is shaping up, yeah, the struggle for power that is shaping up after that deal of last Friday, okay, especially from the Ruto boys. Yeah, they're not going to take anything lying down, and they're fighting back viciously every way they know how, even if it's to try their best to prop up Kalonzo Musyoka as an important person to be included in the national dialogue. Yeah, even if they're trying to tell the country that without Kalonzo Musyoka, the deal between Raila and Uhuru is not all-inclusive. Yeah, but that is really neither here nor there. And in my view, the train has already left the station. Yeah, we wait to see what will come out of this deal. But already we have seen the impact. Yeah, there's a lot of things which have happened. Tension has eased. The government is no longer hunting down opposition people. People no longer fear arrest. Today is Friday. I see people are very relaxed. Nobody's fearing they might be the next one to be arrested. Things have changed. And it's very difficult for us to go back to what it was before. So even as this drama continues, I don't see much changing. However, what I see is a lot of drama. Yeah, as these people desperately try and struggle for a foothold. Yeah, this really is a popcorn moment. Yeah, pass that popcorn. This is getting very exciting. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.